Hello, and welcome to the second episode of CEO's Compass with Vivi. This series, as promised, brings you information and guidance straight from the MD's desk. My name is Sunila Deshpande, and I head talent and culture for IDFC First Bank. We have just concluded our Q2 performance and the board meeting. MD and CEO Mr. Vaidyanathan has requested us to address the employees firsthand. It's a great opportunity. He's just coming out from the board meeting, and I'm looking forward to questions that we can ask with him. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Sunil, nice to speak to you.
Thank you, sir.
I can see like a seasoned journalist, you're standing outside straight for the first interaction.
Thank you, sir. There's no other way to get your time. You've just completed the board meeting. How have the results been, and what are you feeling, sir?
First of all, I want to say a very big word of compliment to everyone at the bank. All of you have worked really very hard to achieve or bring the bank to this level of success. Now our deposits are over 2 lakh, like 12,000 crores. Our loan book is over 2 lakh crores. So, in the last 5 years, the bank has made so much progress. The brand has become so successful. People in circles and families and even, people we meet at casual meetings, they all understand IDFC Bank. So I think people have brought a lot of success to the bank. And I want to really thank every one of our employees for that.
Thank you, sir. It's always an honor, and it's an honor for all of us to be a part of this bank. So we continue to see that we're doing really well when it comes to raising deposits, whereas the banking industry in general has found it a little difficult. What would you say has been the secret behind this feat?
Well, the banking system is also doing well to be in the overall Indian system, as you know, it's very strong, very healthy. Others also doing well. But our bank is getting particular success in deposits. I think it's a really big achievement, which I said to all the employees, because deposits comes how? Deposit comes when the counterparty feels comfortable with you, and they feel they can trust you. After all, they're leaving money with you, right? Or with every one of our employees, or with the bank. So therefore, I think bit by bit over the last 5 years, our bank has gained the trust of the employees. A brand has really got built very well, and a good brand, good trust, good products, good quality of service, good interactions. Let me say an institutional feel, institutional feel. They all bring together. They all got to come together to get good deposits.
Absolutely, sir. So there are very many other banks also in the market, but particularly for us, we've built a fairly good brand, right? That you see is helping the growth story that the bank is seeing?
Brand is a very big thing. The other day I was actually, if you have a Labrador, and I took him to Worli racecourse near Worli, and I took him for a run. And, one of the colleagues, some junior employee of another bank, he came up to me and he told me, your deposits are doing very well. So I asked him why. He says, your branch is next to our branch and your bank is getting more deposits than my bank. I said, what is the reason? He said, sir, you become a brand. And he was a junior kid, maybe 25, 26 years old. So then I thought to myself, then he said, sir, customers are coming to you. And then I realized that when we're a brand or a good reputed brand, where people think well of your brand, then customers come to us. It's a very big thing. And when we are not a brand, then we got to go behind customers. Right? We still have to go behind customers, but at least there is very little, we don't have to describe the brand very much because brand is well known.
Right. Absolutely, sir. I think there's a large amount of trust that the bank has built in the market. And our loan book portfolio also seems to be doing pretty well. Any outlook on that, sir, how that has been performing?
Outlook with the bank, see, this is a large country, and, Indian economy will keep growing. Today, Indian, GDP is going to touch close to $4 trillion. We all know it will be like, $35 trillion or something like that around 2047. So in such a large economy, loan book will keep growing.
Right.
So I don't worry about that. I think it's even more important to keep the asset quality strong. And at least we've got a 15-year track record of maintaining good asset quality. And that is more important than anything else.
Right. Absolutely.
And frankly, everything will grow. Retail will grow, wholesale will grow, MSME will grow, consumer will grow. In this country, growth is not an issue.
Right. Sir, and it's a great time to be a bank that is focusing on growth. We've been doing well on our loan book, on the numbers. There seems to be an increase in the provisions, however, that we've taken up. Anything that you would like to share on that front?
So, first of all, there are normal provisions if you run any business, right? In our case, our provisions in a normal time, we've been running the business for 15 years now, starting off Capital first time, and now as IDFC, first bank for 6 years now, or 5.5 years. Normally in our kind of business, about a 2%, provisions to average loan book is normal. It was there even pre-COVID, it's there after COVID also. But this quarter, over and above this 2%, we've taken 560 crores extra provisions because of certain prudent matters. And those two are the reasons that is spiking it up. But we believe both of these are not permanent forever. They are for a period of time.
Right. Sir, apart from that, do you think this is going to be a continuation, or are you saying this is like a one-time thing that we've taken and we just move ahead post this quarter?
There is one item which is a one-time thing completely because, as you know, we had a lot of infrastructure loans that had come to the bank from IDFC Limited at the time of demerger, which came after the merger into IDFC First Bank also. Now, almost all infrastructure accounts are now sorted out. Like there was 22,000 crore of loans at that point of time, 22,000 crores. Wow. Okay. Now it's come down to something like about 2,000 crores or so. Out of that account, there was one account which belonged to, the Mumbai's entry point toll. Yeah. Recently, the Maharashtra government announced that they won't be charging for toll. Now, our client got stuck in the midst of it, and we believe that the cash flow to the client will get impacted. So it will impact us. So, we always keep our books clean. We decided to take 100% provision. So we had a 250 crore provision for that one account. And the second was MFI.
So one thing that we've learned from you is that you've always been extremely transparent in the way that our products are built, the way we do business, the model that you're following, and also in terms of the provisions. We keep our books very, very clean. That's as a key piece in terms of building the strength of our bank.
So let me, I described, I told you that this quarter, we need to explain to our employees what really are the two items. It's very important to explain. One is there's a normal provision that comes as a percentage of loan book because we have a net interest margin of 6.3. We do have a credit cost of about 1.3% of assets. I told you 2% of loans, which is actually 1.3% equal to 1.3% of assets. So 6.3 minus 1.3, that's common for our bank. But this quarter, there were two extra items. One was the toll account I described to you. The government decided not to, bill toll to customers. Our client got affected, we provided. It's a one-time thing. I can tell you there's of the large list of 22,000 crores we sorted, this was probably the last of the tail left. The second item of provisions was MFI. All of you know that in the microfinance market, you're reading from the newspapers, there are issues there. There are customers at the bottom of the pyramid who took multiple loans and people are getting affected. So our bank, as you know, does not postpone anything at all. Our bank saw this issue in our SMA book. I'll tell you what is SMA for purpose of simplicity. Everybody knows NPA, that is loans not paying for 90 days. Pre-90 days is called SMA. In the SMA book itself, that is the pre-90 DPD itself, our bank has taken provisions just to be in the clear. With this, we know that our bank has well provided for the microfinance book, well provided for the toll company, and now the books are, bank has recognized everything there was to be recognized. So that is the quick story I've explained to the employees, and therefore this is not, so by the time we look forward to next quarter, the quarter after that, this issue will go away and profits will normalize.
So I think with one you mentioned is obviously that, we've kept our books clean, we've taken the provisions this particular quarter. There is a lot of investment that we've done from a digital and technological capability also. And we'll start seeing the impact of that on the future of the bank.
See, there are two things about digitization. One is the experience. You are working here and you can see how we're dealing with many other things. We are very crazy. We're fetished about customer experience. And customer experience, we have good products. but we are petished about the fact and the customer feel the app. They just say, wow, what a bank, what an app. And every employee, customers feeling the app are experiencing that. It's really, it's really amazing. So this app is really something. We're going to name it very soon, just for information. So, and it will be out soon. So coming back to the point, our investment in digitization technology, let me tell you that the app that you're experiencing is only the customer experience layer. The whole tech stack below, in terms of engineering capabilities, in terms of the contemporaneous of that stack, that has to be brilliant. And that is what we have really built. And app is only an experience. Like that, if you go to branch, you will get a superior experience because stack is good.
Right.
Because stack is good, you get a superior experience in the call center. Because staff is good, you'll get a good experience in the website. So we are very proud to build a good stack. And now every touch point of customer will be good.
Absolutely, sir. I think we see the whole thing coming up beautifully. And I remember you mentioning in one of your sessions that, you're not just working for a bank, we are all actually creating a bank.
Yes, you are creating a bank. I want to say this for every employee here. I want to really very sincerely thank you. Because, Sunila was, mentioning to me a while ago that, will our employees get disturbed when they see this quarter's results, profits are down. I want to tell you something. See, this is a very early stage bank. It's a fantastic bank. It's rated AAA by CRISIL for fixed deposit program yesterday. AAA CRISIL is something, okay, for the fixed deposit program. Then we are rated, AA plus for long-term rating. So it's a very good bank. You are experiencing customer products. Your experience, you can see the products we're giving to customers. You can see the experience layer. You can see the rating. You can see deposit growth coming at 32%. You can see loan growth coming at 21%. It's all very good. So all this has been created by whom? By our employees. I want to tell you that I want to very sincerely thank every one of you. In the last 5 years, you've done really amazing. And one quarter can happen. One quarter, some extra provisions, it can happen.
Absolutely, sir. I think
it can happen, particularly it's early stage bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So early stage bank can have good things are happening, but early stage bank can have its ups and downs. And then, but in the long-term story is up.
Absolutely. So, especially for the next couple of quarters that are left now, what would you guide the rest of the bank, us as an employees, that we need to focus upon to get us back on track, apart from the fact that we've obviously taken care of the books?
See, our books are always clean.
Yes.
We are always proud about that. And we kept it clean this time also, as always. The important thing is that, like I said, the loan book is growing 20% plus. I would expect our people to keep growing that way. Deposit growing with 30% plus. I would expect to keep going that way. Importantly, operating profit, provision is later, but operating profit is up 28% or something like that, maybe 26 or 28%. So operating profit is looking very good. So I would expect employees to know that the bank is fundamentally doing very well. Provisions happen. This is just a year in which the provisions are also normalizing from the post-COVID lows. So think of it like a temporary moment in our lives. Maybe a year from now you'll forget that that provisions of this quarter was higher, and think that things will be back to normal sooner than later. Maybe I'd expect by next quarter itself things to improve.
Great, sir. I think it's wonderful that you've actually prioritized this over a very busy evening that you have. You have a multiple number of things that are lined up. Any last message that you want to give the bank from a long-term future of the bank, sir?
Yeah, see, the thing is, of course, that in the last few days, of course, we've been busy putting the pieces together of these results. I want to say that once again to our employees that I very sincerely appreciate the work of every one of you. I want to just tell you, like last time I told you, the CEO's Compass, that we're building a very special bank. This is a very special bank. This is not any normal bank. Here governance is fantastic. The credit quality is fantastic. Provisions this quarter's apart. Just keep it on the side. This is a bit of an odd thing. Odd event that happened of some state government cancelling some contracts and our client getting affected. It doesn't happen every quarter. So think of it like an odd event that happened to us. But generally speaking, and the products are very good. The customer experience is something very important. So many good things are happening, and I want to just say a big word of thanks to every one of our employees watching the program. I also want to say that that it is a very special experience in life to build something. Really, if you feel if you don't have the stomach for a little bit of up and down in life, then we should be with some other organization that is already built 30, 40 years ago. Well, there'll be no ups and downs in life, but you're not creating anything. So you're creating something, and let me just say that creation is something special. And I thank you for being part of creation of such a wonderful bank.
Thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure. And I can tell you from the bottom of our heart, and I'm sure that I speak on behalf of all employees, we are very proud to be working in this bank, to have an opportunity to work with you, and to, like you rightly said, to create a world-class bank right here in India.
And let me tell you, all people who create, if you go back and see the history of anybody who created something, whether Steve Jobs made Apple or somebody made Tesla, or all creators, everybody has early stage issues. Everybody has early stage issues. Okay, our banks had it 3 years ago when we had so many bad loans, this, that, etc. We had to put. Everybody has issues early stage, but eventually, if the underlying economics are good, which we have, our net interest margin is 6.3%. Our asset quality is very good. So these are called underlying drivers. If our underlying economics are good, if our corporate governance is good, if market opportunity is great, which it is there in India, and if all of us, enjoy what we're doing, then amazing things can be created. Just watch the story. You can't believe the power of compounding. Just watch, it will happen in front of our eyes. Thank you very much, everybody. And thank you, Sonila.
Thank you, sir.
Fantastic. And we've got an analyst call coming up in the next few, maybe I think a couple of hours or something.
Sure.
So in case any of you employees this program, especially for employees, we shoot this for all of you. But in case you want to join the analyst call, you're free to join. We'll be starting it soon, maybe a couple of hours. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. And we look forward to the next episode with CEO's Compass with Vivi. Thank you so much for attending the program. Goodbye.